think they're good because one skyscraper has so many apartments in it for people to live, so that there wouldn't be any need to make more buildings around that tower, which would destroy the environment around the tower. So I think skyscrapers are good because they don't do any harm to the sky, I guess, and and you can I don't know, like I said, a lot of people can live in a tower, and there wouldn't be any need to destroy the environment around that place and make so many buildings around it. So I mean, that's a good idea to like build skyscrapers and towers in cities. So yeah. Okay.
So I think skyscrapers influence Chicago in a good way because obviously it adds to aesthetics. Like it makes it seem like we're a very like high tech, we're very business oriented and just like aim toward growth. So I think skyscrapers do kind of enhance the city.
Go.
Skyscrapers are memorable because when you think of a city, the first thing that comes into your mind is oh my god, what's that word? The skyline. Yeah. Okay. That's it.
Okay.
It's really loud here. Skyscrapers make Chicago different than other cities, and the skyscrapers now are pretty significant in Chicago's history. I think skyscrapers make Chicago look pretty.
I believe skyscrapers influence Chicago in a good way because I guess quintessential might be a good word for it because practically we don't get tornadoes because of them. And the landscape, I think it just completes the landscape and the buildings make up Chicago. Sorry, I didn't really think about this.
I think it's primarily a good way because it increases a lot of tourism for the city. Like, people come to see the Sears Willis Tower, people come to see the John Hancock, and they do raise a lot of revenue for the city.
Go.
I think skyscrapers are actually really influential towards Chicago because we have the tallest tower, the Willis Tower, which is now called, and everything. So I think it's a huge tourist attraction. So Chicago is making a lot of money off of it, but at the same time, it is, I don't know, it's an environmental hazard at the same time. So it has its good and bads. Yay!
I think that skyscrapers are an influential part of Chicago because it kind of makes up who the city is. A lot of the architecture was done from a really long time ago and helped define what the city is. But I'm sure there's bad factors too with pollution and whatnot. So yeah.
Yay.
At the same time, it brings a lot of unwanted attention. Like, every time we have a big event, all the bad stuff happens around the skyscrapers. Like, the shootings and everything always happen around the Sears Tower or the John Hancock. So I guess that's the negative side of them. They attract too much attention. Good enough?
Well, skyscrapers, they're a hazard to flying animals like birds and bats that go around. Because in the daytime, especially with the skyscrapers that have a glass front, it reflects the sky. So even I, looking at it, I sometimes get confused in what I'm looking at. So birds and bats often hit the windows of these skyscrapers and they die because of it. So you're hurting the flying species or this flying animals in general because sometimes they can't tell the difference between what's a reflection and just the sky itself. So that's a hazard there.
Yep.
I don't like skyscraper. You have to pay money to get in. Unlike this.